I use the dead wood to make the fire rise. The blood of innocence burning in the sky.
Hi everyone. Today I will talk about transportation industry and passenger transportation overview. Transport or transportation is the movement of people, animals, and goods from one location to another. Modes of transport include air, rail, road, water, cable, pipeline, and space. The file can be divided into infrastructure, vehicles, and operations. Transport is important since it enables trade between people, which in turn establish civilizations. Transport infrastructure consists of the fixed installations necessary for transport, including roads, railways, airways, waterways, canals, and pipelines. Terminals such as airports, railway stations, bus stations, warehouse, trucking terminals, refueling depots, and seaports. Terminals may be used both for interchange of passenger and cargo for maintenance. In addition to the transport is service industry that important for daily life and business phase. Transportation is an important activity in the logistic process because the most important of logistic value is transportation. Benefit of transportation cost the convenience for sites, the movement of materials, products, and service about sites that serve consumer needs to use transportation. Cost new community. Transport contribute to the spread of people, animals, and objects to different sources that make a new community to new source. Cost market and service. The process and distribution of goods need to depend on transportation for important part to make market and service occur everywhere. Cost the advantage to developed country. The importance of transportation have to service the user regularly, respond the daily life and well-being of people, are important to the economic development of the nation. The main reason for the state need to regulate the transport activity to cooperate, control, and help support issues. Activity continue to achieve a convenience time to get a standard circle, prevent economic loss, and service rate control for justice, to protection, exploitation, and competition beyond necessary.
The transportation related with tourism industry. The first, the transportation is important with tourism activities. When tourists want to travel in new place, they want comfortable transportation. If tourist attractions have interesting things but lack in transportation, the place will not popular because it's not convenient to go and tourists will not impress. The second, the transportation is basic structure to develop tourist attraction. If the place have comfortable transportation, a lot of tourists want to go to travel. The host will get more money from them and use it to develop the place. The more development, the more tourists. The third, the comfortable transportation leads to stimulate increased amount of tourists. I will show you about the country that they don't have natural resources to attract tourists, then they make an interesting place and comfortable transportation to attract tourists. The country is Singapore. I will compare the transportation between Thailand and Singapore. We will start with national airport in Thailand and Singapore. Changi Airport Singapore is capability to support extra plane same with Suvarnabhumi Airport and its straight flight. Suvarnabhumi Airport, some flights have to change flight and the mass transportation not throughout. Next, it is about SkyTrain. In Singapore, they call Mass Rapid Transit or MRT. It's modern system transport and quick. It has 3 lines from north to south, east to west. But SkyTrain in Thailand has only in Bangkok. But about the train go around Thailand use old train and very old and don't have development. The last is about taxi. Taxi in Singapore is very comfortable and not expensive. The government have rigid force behavior of driver, don't have cheating fare. But in Thailand, taxi driver cheating fare and not safe, very expensive. When they see foreigner tourists, they often keep more expensive. Singapore is small country and less amount of population than Thailand, but they always develop country to attract tourists. Nowadays, amount of tourists go to travel Singapore more than Singapore population. They use money from tourists to develop all factors in country. In Thailand, we have many things better than Singapore, but we don't have systematic management. We will see the transportation is important factor in countries.
Transportation system is the important fundamental of traveling in worldwide, and it is one of important business that will accommodate to tourists in traveling from one place to another place, on ground, on water, and in the air. Transportation business can directly affect the tourist industry. Land transportation is divided into rail and car travel. Travel by train is as comfortable, but they cannot stop the way or out of the way. But traveling by private car can stop along the road, like bus, car hire, or taxi. There are several car rental vehicle category made the journey comfortable and consistent with the need to travel. Although the current land air transport development, but also a number of popular tourists traveling by boat because they are comfortable, can live like appreciation of nature, can stop by and visit different cities. The ship loom. For this reason, this is almost important to the tourism, including the transportation and goods. The air carrier has the most important role for the tourist attractions because of the air transport is quick, easy to access. Tourist attractions can travel in the distance, but the time saving in travel.
I've been fighting every day, you know, trying hard to keep my heart afloat when I can barely see the shore.
When the choice is either sink or swim,